adverse to phallic-shaped objects, right?
Just my phallic
No,
shape.
no, we like hot dogs, we like
Well,
popsicles.
sure.
Have you seen this? Seen what? Wow!
Get that on the
Your
camera.
back is like that too.
Oh my god, really?
Not too much, but a little bit.
No, not that. In case there's any wonder why I bring on 3 changes of clothes.
Chat's reaction to that announcement was great.
You motherfuckers, I have to wait 2 weeks to hear about that.
Hashtag fuck your cliffhangers.
This is real radio.
Boo
This is
everywhere.
trash.
Should let them know if they want more information about that. Maybe they can get it off the Green Room video. Goodness gracious.
Oh, fuck, I know, man.
Oh god. Hi, LBR Scalia. Limit Break Radio just went live.
Did you pre-order Overwatch?
I did.
What are you doing tomorrow at 10 p.m.?
Working? Wait. What's tomorrow?
Monday.
I don't think I am working.
Good, because the Overwatch beta actually starts at 7 p.m. tomorrow.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I will be working at 7 p.m. But...
No, that's okay. I won't be home till 10 p.m.
Oh, okay.
So I plan on streaming us.
Oh, nice.
Oh man. So fucking hot.
Oh, Overwatch, yes.
7 p.m. tomorrow. Colton just put up, or just posted an official.
7 p.m. tomorrow?
Colton just linked from the Overwatch page that based on, like, I don't know, it probably is going live, like, I don't know, like Australia on Tuesday. But when one server goes live, like, it goes live everywhere, which happens to be 7 p.m. Monday for us.
Okay, well shit. We'll play at 7 p.m. then, right?
I'll be at work.
Dude, I won't get home till 10. You're gonna have to wait 3 hours.
Fucking leave.
Bro. You're gonna have to wait 3 hours, bro.
Leave. Work.
3 hours, bro.
At 6:30.
Can't, I close.
Guess what? Store's closing early.
I wish.
No. Just be like, can you stop sneezing, please?
A little bit.
No, can you stop?
No.
Stop.
No. That was a fake one.
Be like, due to foreseen technical issues, Levi's must close at 6:30 tomorrow.
Hey, Coop. Who really shops at Levi's after 6:30 anyway? I mean, come on.
Nobody.
Alright.
Asians or black people who want to come in 5 minutes to close.
Black people who want to
You heard it here, folks.
Well,
He's not
it's
wrong.
true. It's usually to steal. Just saying.
Jesus. Who are you having on today?
I'm not saying that that's how all of them are, like, you know, out in the world. But
Right.
the ones that tend to come into our stores, I mean, plus we're located right
if you-
between Flint and Saginaw.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Juxta, do you want to do post?
If you want me to.
Yep. Okay. And if you want to try to tease the terrestrial radio thing out of me, you can try.
Okay.
I may not give it to you, but if you want to try, you can try. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking too,
Sounds good. All right. Yeah. When you're ready.
that could also be an incentive for them to watch the post video we're going to talk about here.
You want to say something like, look, if I can get, like take half the chat, right? If half of those people say they want to hear it, then I'll talk about it. Because they'd have to sub
To be able to say
in order to
yes.
say yes.
What are you talking about?
Oh, that's evil, though.
Yep.
What is it?
Monetization.
The thing that we're gonna do with is it okay to say on the post or the thingy?
Well, no, it's not 100% locked down. The thing that we might do with the radio station.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Let's Be Real stuff.
Oh no, yeah, we can talk about all of that.
We've
We
already
just, I
talked
don't,
about that on these.
yeah, I just don't want to. I don't want to.
Hype this up and then not work out.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate.
It is wife beater.
Pops. I moved his stool closer and I moved his books back. Mind Flayer! Can we, okay.
You know, when we first started talking about FF11, the camera did close up on a Shintato minion.
Yeah.
There you go. He's got
Pretty busy.
Really?
I've been working a lot, basically. I haven't been online as much as I wanted to,
Right.
but I've been working a lot before I got to the
Alright, so do we have any shop to talk about while they're doing their 30-minute long intro?
I don't know. Do we?
Not that I'm really aware of. Have you been in contact with Zemlis at all? How the
No, I haven't.
I've got to circle back around.
Is that Zemlis who's Prower in our
Yeah.
company?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing the site design.
It's been nice actually being in the game this week.
Shut up, all.
He's online 4 nights this week.
Nobody noticed.
No, I noticed.
Except when I spit at you.
Yeah.
I noticed then.
You did spit at me. I blew you a kiss.
Yeah, no, what?
I blew
Oh,
him
I
a
didn't
kiss
see
on
that
return.
because I had you blacklisted.
Oh, okay. But you certainly reacted to it. You're like, ew.
No, that's just because you're like near me.
Yeah, so I've been doing my quests in FF 14. Not even my Beastman quests anymore, just my Vanu and Naf quests.
Uh-huh.
I don't even do the old ones anymore.
Oh, I do.
I have 0 lore tomes
This week?
this week.
Oh,
Literally 0.
dude, you don't have all your lore gear though.
I know,
Wait, why do you have 0?
because I haven't
You've
done
done
anything.
0 lore things to get
I
lore.
haven't done anything.
Why?
Man, fucking Hearthstone. Like this expansion.
How fun is doing experts right
Dude,
now,
you
really?
almost got. I can't believe you almost made
Granted.
it to Legends rank.
Almost.
He thinks he could have made it if he had another week.
If
too.
I had another week, if I had more time, I probably could.
And that's running Zulok?
Yeah, Zulok and.
Is there any Zulok decks that are tracking top 3?
Yeah, bro, Zulok might be like the strongest deck out there now. Just because they can flood so easily and so.
Hey, I think that this is an irrelevant conversation because Hearthstone doesn't have representational graphics of what's happening on screen. So unless you have a 1-to-1 ratio of sword strikes to button presses, then I don't think it's going to be valid in your modern marketplace.
Is that your Nika impression?
Yeah.
Is that Nika? Okay.
Right, because Nika's like, well, turn-based stuff never works. Well, that's not true. Look at Hearthstone.
No,
Hearthstone is
turn-based stuff doesn't work when it's realistic because it breaks the
Yeah,
immersion.
this is literally a card game simulator. By the way, there was we got a board game in this week that is a card game simulator.
What does
It's-
that
you
mean?
don't,
Awesome.
it's not you playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It's you playing Yugi playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh.
You like buy booster packs and shit.
No. This is.
Like
No.
not within the Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe. Just that's just my example.
This is too meta. This
It's
is
so meta.
this is too much Inception. Unless you're Leonardo DiCaprio, you have no business playing that game.
I saw it being played and it looks so fun.
No,
This
this.
bite your tongue.
this
Oh,
is
I got to see your Dark Souls game being played too.
Oh, did you?
I did, and it also looks extremely fun.
This is the game I want to create now. I want to create a card game simulator where you play as people creating card games against each
Creating
other.
the card
You are
game?
creating the
Get
card
out.
game.
Get out. Get out.
I love it.
Seriously, get out.
Give me the keys and get out. No, it's part of your punishment.
Leave.
Oh god. Yeah, no, the Dark Souls game. I love
You're talking about the board
the
game.
board game.
Board game.
The demo that they show, which by the way, it was a very true demo because the players all get wiped in the demo.
Fair enough.
There's it's a tile kind of a tile grid, and the monster has an AI deck that it draws from, and so it'll tell it to move 2 forward and take a swipe across, and so anyone who's in the way of it would get hit.
Interesting.
And then when the AI deck runs out, it flips back over, but it doesn't shuffle. So once you've seen the run through one time, you'll know what that enemy's gonna do
Oh, okay, so you can kind of respond to the pattern.
on the second path through.
How many cards are in the deck?
Different for different enemies. Like bigger bosses have a larger deck.
How
The one
many?
that
Which
the
is-
one that we
which
saw had
is-
5.
Okay.
Which is kind of the way that the game works, because
Right.
bigger boss mobs have larger move sets.
Right, and what's cool is your stamina and your health bar are linked in this game. So basically, when you attack, you can spend a stamina to then attack again. And you can do that as many times as you want. And basically you start crossing off your stamina points from the left. But when you get hit, you have to cross off your health points from the right, and when they meet, you're dead.
Oh,
And
interesting.
Yeah.
Does your stamina regen?
You can spend your turn instead of attacking, you can rest and get your stamina back.
You know, when it works, when games try to replace the standard idea of health or HP, when it works, it really works.
Yeah.
Right? But then in other games, I feel like usually when you try to do that, it's just so fucking
This
stupid.
made it look really interesting because when you're on the defense, you can either choose to use your strength stat to block damage, or you can try and use your evasion to full on dodge it.
To dodge it. Yeah, that's the equivalent of taking a shield strike, which will eat through your stamina, or you can try to dodge roll it, avoid the damage completely, but you still and you get iframes as well, invincible frames.
Did you see the video of, and I think it was just some stupid meme, but I actually wanted to ask you about it. Someone had taken, there was a group of 4 Dark Souls players, and they were just rolling, and it looked like they were just moshing around bosses.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No.
Apparently it had music along with it too, but everything seemed to be dying really quick, and I'm like, is that some type of weird cheese?
No, well, there's a armor set in the game. It's a spiked armor set that deals damage when you roll.
Yeah, because they all 4 of them would run up to the boss, and they would all just start rolling on the boss.
Yeah, they probably have that armor set.
If you want to check it out, it's on YouTube. There's just a quick little demonstration video of how a fight would go down in the Dark Souls board game. It looks awesome.
One of the coolest concepts that I actually came from the board game that there was a few years ago where on the Penny Arcade, Gabe and his son had made a board game for whatever the little forest scout people were that they have. And he came up with all the different classes and stuff. And the way that your turn worked was you obviously had a bunch of actions you could take, right? That costed different amounts of, we'll say, battle points. And what determined how many battle points you got being able around was you rolled a dice. So if you rolled shitty, maybe you only get to take 1 action or something.
Sure.
If you roll good, maybe you get to take 3 or 4. As opposed to D&D where it's just always, a
One set
standard
action
where
every
it's
time.
right. Yeah. So I always thought that was
Do you know what the game's called?
No.
No.
Whatever. What the fuck is their little?
Forest guard or something? Forest assholes. Who cares?
It's the forest assholes. Yeah.
I hate them.
They have Automata is one of them that they've done.
I hate it whenever he does something that's artistic or whatever, and it's
I think it's hit or miss because I always thought that the Cardboard Tube Samurai was cool. The one that still to this day has always been my favorite was the Paint the Line saga, where it was they were fighting an international Cold War as ping pong champions. I love that. We still haven't bought that game.
We
need to play that one day. If there's a way we can set that up to play it on stream, that would be awesome. But you never played card games with me ever since the World of Warcraft situation. There was a time.
because you think you're better than I am.
Well, that's not it. You don't remember, do you? When we bought the actual starter kits, back when they were physical card games.
We get those cards at my work sometime.
This was around the time that the storyline going on in Penny Arcade was where they asked Tycho to be Onyxia for their raid deck.
Yeah.
And he shows up and he has his DM cape and stuff, and they're like, no, none of this D&D shit. He's like, you asked me to DM this shit, so buckle up. You walk into Onyxia's lair and your flesh is seared. So, do we take damage? You are seared. So whenever we would play, I would narrate all the cards that I'm playing and stuff until he just stopped playing against me.
Yeah.
That does sound really annoying.
Yeah.
It was so much fun though.
Do you know when you have to go in there?
I don't fucking know.
I always try to like sit here and hope that they're gonna say something, like give us a cue, but they never
Well, I
do.
mean, the obvious cue would just be like, say my name in the host chat. Or is that not
That's a solid plan.
Is that
You
not
know,
obvious?
just go in there and kick the door down and be like, I'm here, bitches. Interview me. Maybe that's why they drone on for so long. They don't realize how they're supposed to like call us in. Because there was one time they did this for like 45 minutes and I was waiting to be called in because I was supposed to be the first one. And I finally like kind of went in there and they were like, oh, Carlo, you're here. Like you were surprised. And I'm like,
Yeah.
we had a bit.
When I went in last week, like I just kind of sat down and they talked for a minute more and then
Yeah.
introduced me. So
Yeah.
so sit down. I thought that FEC went really well.
Oh yeah.
No, that's
Some good demo footage in there.
I definitely think so. Definitely think so. I think LBR went well too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had a lot of fun on LBR.
I thought LBR, it started off a little sluggish, like the first 20 minutes maybe, and then really picked up. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I
I feel
liked
like
all of
it.
it. Yeah.
No, well, I think we did start on kind of a bit of a break point because I had so many things to promo at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know, that's kind of just whatever. Yeah.
What did we talk about in LBR again?
The live letter stuff.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And the FF11 stuff too.
Yeah.
We actually got a surprising amount of mileage out of that.
We
We did, yeah.
And still got all of our emails out.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I was so bummed out after reading that FF11 thing. I looked at it and I just thought, why?
You know, if you just go ahead and just let go, like
Just let it go?
then you're just gonna be so much better off for it.
Maybe it's time to just let go. It's hard when they keep stringing you along with things.
No, just let go. Just let
No,
go.
they really are. I mean, that's the thing is I don't
You know what this
understand
is?
why set it in Vonadil instead of literally anywhere else.
You know what this is? You say they're stringing you along. This is the equivalent of your ex, like texting you every once in a while, even though you know that's a completely toxic situation, and you're responding to these texts instead of just blocking the number. It's your own fault. Okay? Do what he does. Create this relationship with a single player game. That way you can suffer just within the comfort of your own home. Right? Yeah.
I mean, because Dark Souls really is the equivalent of.
Yeah, that's getting out of one abusive relationship and into another one.
But the difference is, Dark Souls isn't gonna walk off with any of your stuff.
That's true.
Sure, it took 60. Didn't even take your $60. Kooky introduced you to this one.
Yeah, that's true. Although it's taken. Dark Souls has claimed $100 of my dollars by claiming 2 DualShock 3 controllers.
You've broken 2 controllers to that game now.
No.
I told you I broke 2 of them.
No.
Both my PS3 controllers.
I know that you threw one and bounced back and
Yeah, we heard
that
it in
didn't
the
break it
face.
though, did it?
It absolutely did.
Oh, you
It
left out that part.
It fucked up the joystick.
Did it
You never
please,
told us that,
Please
man.
tell me it broke on your face.
No, I don't know, because it's not like it broke apart. It just one of my controllers will it'll hit up on the D-pad with the joystick.
Wait, so you press the joystick up and the D-pad also goes up?
No. But it's like even when the joystick center, it's.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
It's,
It's
your
always
character
moving up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
My controller does that for FF14 occasionally.
And then my other one, it sticks, like the joystick will physically stick in the right position.
And that's from also throwing it?
Yes, it is.
Have you learned your lesson yet?
No. To be fair, I have not spiked my controller on Dark Souls 3.
I want to buy you a whiteboard that you can like record Dark Souls has cost me, and then just start writing the amount on there.
I don't know.
So every once in a while you'll look at it and
I'm
be like,
starting to like. That's the thing, is that it's starting to grow on me, and it's like conceptually, I like the game. Like
you know what they should do?
What?
In one of these Dark Souls games, at a certain point in the game, let's say when you're like 40 hours into it, without warning or telling you, there should be something in the game that tweaks the sensitivity of your controls just enough to throw you off, so you don't know what the fuck's suddenly
Yeah,
going
it's
on.
called equipping a different weapon, because each weapons have different weights and will control how you roll, how quickly you roll. So you can put on a new shield and then without realizing it, your character ends up fat rolling the whole time.
I mean, it's really weird that there's not going to be Dark Souls 4. That's an interesting. No,
For sure.
they're not for sure, but they're going to doing a different series next. It'll be a different IP altogether.
But it's still gonna be the same concept. Hard as balls shit.
Probably that's what they do.
That's the thing though, is that they've been making the same game for 5 games. Demon Souls
Yeah.
and Bloodborne you can throw in with that family
Right.
of games.
I wanted to
Cyberpunk
mention to you
next.
because of what you were mentioning about Dark Souls. Obviously, it's not going to be to probably the same extent as what Dark Souls is, but it's the same kind of thing. Overwatch has obviously, they have a universe, they have a story in mind, right? I was watching a 3-part thing that, I forget who it was that did it, but basically it was, what is Overwatch, the birth of it, the fall of Titan, and stuff like that. And they talked about how they like this idea of there not being this full fleshed out story where you can just go to be like, oh, here's the story of Overwatch, right? Like they have the cinematic, they're putting out these little shorts here and there. They have little character bios, and basically they want people to sort of go around and playing the game sort of figure out what happened for themselves, but not really have any real answer to it. Like they even said that in matches, depending on who's on your team, as your characters like run by each other, they'll like say things to each other that sort of like hint at their relationships and what they think about each other and stuff like that.
League does that really
Yeah,
well.
and I just thought that it was an interesting thing, something that I don't know, because you obviously played FPS before. You said you had a lot of investment in the first Call of Duties or whatever.
Mhm.
So
Modern Warfare, yeah. Yeah, it was weird. Call of Duty's been a weird series because 1, 2, and 3 were all just like
if you want
Alright.
to try out the beta, Chris has a free key. I don't think to Overwatch. I
Overwatch.
don't think he's given it to anybody yet.
Overwatch has been one of the few
I
times
guess.
where an opening cinematic has really gotten me
Yeah.
involved. Like that opening cinematic with the kid, like I thought that was like a new Disney Pixar movie coming out or something.
Someone in chat said that he had tricked his wife, who is so anti-gaming, like he should divorce her, into thinking that was a new Pixar Disney movie.
It looked
Yeah.
like it, and then like you're watching it, and you're watching like this awesome fight scene happening there, and you're just like fuck, I want to play this
I
game.
don't even care about the fucking game. Like if they were just like, nah, Overwatch is canceled, but we're gonna make an Overwatch like Netflix series.
That'd be awesome.
Win.
Yes.
Honestly, the biggest thing that swayed me was Chris liking it because of how much he hates first-person shooters. And I mean, he played Borderlands, right? I think the only reason he played it was because we were playing it co-op. And he kind of liked it, but he was still kind of not really sold on it.
Right.
But yeah, he loves
Well,
this.
it's like the parallels between Team Fortress 2. A lot of people who hate FPS games loved Team Fortress 2 anyway.
I guess I never played Team Fortress 2.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
The other big thing that sold me watching this little these 3-part videos was, obviously this is Blizzard that's making it, right? And a lot of them like were kind of asked the question.
Blizzard's making it?
Yeah, this is a Blizzard game.
Kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm
Oh.
kidding.
Well, like a lot of people are like, why are you guys doing this? Like you're Blizzard, you have no business in this industry. Go make another MMO, right?
What?
Yeah, and plus the FPS market is already so oversaturated,
What if
right?
someone had said to Rare, why are you making a fighting game? What are you doing? Don't make a fighting game.
Had they
Fuck
made
you.
a fighting game before that though? Before whatever you're talking about?
Before, no, they had not made one.
Okay, well yeah, so obviously, but that's some of the things people said. But all the guys who are on the team, it's a very small team, obviously have a lot of FPS background, going as far back as like the early 90s or something like that, Counter-Strike, whatever it was before Counter-Strike, going through Team Fortress, all these different things. And the way that I would describing it is they're making the anti-FPS FPS, where it's not about like kill to death ratio. It's not just about picking character going and killing. They've taken so much of the focus off of just straight up killing that even the way that they score the battles isn't about that, because they're like, well, what do you do with someone like Mercy, who's a support character who basically is supposed to, heal and buff people? At the end of the match, she shouldn't be coming out with a high kill death ratio. Or even someone like Tracer, who is fast, mobile, and agile, doesn't put out a high amount of damage. She's probably not getting a lot of kills, but even if she gets 0 kills, she could have still been the MVP of the match, just because she's supposed to go around like annoying the shit out of people and drawing their attention away. So they didn't actually explain what the scoring is like, but they talked about all these different ways of scoring that they've gone through it.
It seems like a first-person shooter that also has elements of a MOBA.
And the other thing is,
Yeah,
even when it
kinda.
came to developing the different game modes, and when it came to developing the actual maps themselves, they developed the maps with the heroes in mind, right? So like, how can the heroes use this? How can their abilities use this? And one of the things that made me like realize, okay, I'm probably not going to be as great as this as I want to be, is they were talking about Widowmaker, who's the sniper, and she has a grappling hook to get to hard to reach spots. She's like, so many people look at that ability, like we didn't even realize they don't use it as an ability to get to a different place or as an ability of like a mobility, you know, move. They're using it to like propel themselves through the air and then snipe people well in midair. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome as shit. I'm probably not going to be able to do that, but cool.
XX MLG 360 no scope, bro.
Yeah, and like the, you know, when I think of any kind of FPS, yeah, sure, they usually have like multiple levels, but it's always like up a ramp and here's this level and this level. But watching the different footage and stuff, like just every bit of these, you know, zones are like fully traversable, and it looks like a great game.
Like, it's a free game. You should play one round of TF2 and you'll get the idea. Like, because they have that same problem. Like, you have the medic in Team Fortress 2, who, if he's doing his job, should not have a high KD ratio at the end. You have people like the engineer, who don't have a ton of offensive capability, so that you can only do stuff if you're like on defense with it. So they have to find different ways to score it to make it work for all of them. So yeah,
But
the solutions are out
at
there.
the same time, I watched a video, and granted this is from an earlier beta build, like a year ago, but it was a Tracer gameplay video, and she got 26 kills with no deaths, including a 4 multi-kill. Oh, it was so amazing. The way that like some of their abilities just all mesh together, she can blink forward. She has a recall ability that, you know, rewinds time for her so many seconds to the exact place she was, with the exact amount of health and ammo. And then she has a sticky grenade, which is her ult ability. And she jumped down off of a thing, and there was like a bunch of people, like 4 different people running by her. And she like blinked towards them, put the sticky mine on the tank, and then recalled back up onto the ledge. And all you see scroll up her screen is blah blah blah, annihilated. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, you made a good comparison. It's kind of like an FPS MOBA. And yeah, pretty much. You from the concept of having an alt ability and then your other cooldown abilities that you can use. Yeah, that's a really good way of looking at it.
It's not about like, you know, going and killing them or their base or whatever. They Juxta was telling me about the different modes that they have. One of them is called payload, where when you're standing in a certain zone, it moves the payload along, and you have to get to the end within the time limit, and the other people are basically trying to stop you, right?
Yeah, that was born in Team Fortress.
And I think there's another one that's essentially a capture the zones or control the zones kind of thing. I don't think they have a deathmatch version, do they? Just a straight up deathmatch.
It'd be surprising if they don't.
I think Overwatch has a
You think so?
deathmatch mode. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not really excited for it.
I mean, a team deathmatch mode, not a solo deathmatch
Well,
mode.
obviously.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's team.
Kill yourself.
Well, no, because you would never play someone like Tracer.
Although the Penny Arcade comic, I don't know if you guys saw it, that I linked Chris in, and basically the idea was they were gonna play Overwatch beta, but they were being like commentated on Twitch, like on the main page or whatever, and they're like, oh, and Tycho's Roadhog has just used the grappling hook to pull his own balls off. But Gabriel over here is going on an impressive 7-kill streak, all suicides.
All suicides. That's what they call the Juxta special.
I had a picture of a Roadhog holding his crotch with blood splurting out. Mercy was just like on the receiving end of like her fucking staff or whatever. They're like, it would be the equivalent of seeing 2 grown men play touch football in their front yard.
Oh man.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry to interrupt. I need to address something in the chat. Fuck you, Mel. You never see me play SPX. You don't know what you have to hear me in Justice. We will rock you. Oh.
Callow had to go assert his E-penis. Is your E-penis satisfied?
My ego is. Unless she meant I'm ready to support Juxta along with like me and Kahlo are dragging Juxta along. If that's the case, sorry, Melody.
Lol.
We've been having a lot of really good shows. Like I've just been coming
Yeah,
out
it's
of
been a
that
good
feeling
streak.
like completely satisfied.
I think shortening FEC was one of the best decisions we ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially FEC. Just because a lot of times, like when we had the 3-hour FECs looming, the last hour of LBR struggled because we're all just looking forward to like, oh god, we got an hour. and we gotta
Going
prep for
weekly
another.
helped though because it
Yeah.
cuts down on the number of things,
Yep.
and now we don't have to worry about timeliness either.
Mm-hmm.
It's very
It really has. I mean, I thought that it was going to be difficult during the week to like program 2 shows.
Kookie's been helping tremendously though.
She really has.
In fact, a lot of the articles that I found, she already has linked on there.
Yeah. Yeah. She's been killing it in that department.
You must never let her go. I will continue to
sabotage all interviews.
not that I sabotage them with Square Enix at all.
No.
Yes, can I speak to Yoshida, please? I have a glowing recommendation for a new hire of yours.
Hi, this is Cal Landis. Could I speak to Yoshida?
Honestly,
Mr. Landis.
like real shit, I think our recommendation would do way more damage than it would help.
I know, that's the
That's the
joke.
point.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, she's great. I mean, a lot of the time she comes in to get like a midday blowjob without even asking. Like, just right down there under the desk.
No, you'd be amazed how much of the stuff we talk about on our show is her idea.
yeah.
The racial roulette, total Kookie.
I didn't even
It was
know what
originally-
AIDS was until Kookie told me.
Mostly because she gave it to me.
It was originally going to be the Kooky Klux Klan.
Actually,
Do you think
hang
she
on.
watches these?
I
hope not.
probably, but hang on. If Kookie's getting a team, we have to saddle her with Kooky Klux Klan.
Oh.
We have to. I'm sorry.
Hold
We
on,
have
no,
to.
listen.
We have
I
to.
had-
We have to sideline her with it.
I had told Skrull that one of the stipulations of me choosing him was I get to name his team. Maybe the stipulation should be your first year in the league, your sponsor gets to name your team.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Because you know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
Uh-huh.
That was probably the funniest part of the whole bit.
Fuck you.
Was when we did the Kalo Klux Klan. I mean, it got the biggest laugh, and I think that like just choosing your team name, everyone's gonna want to choose like
Cool name.
yeah, either cool names.
But your first season in, you get a shitty name.
Yep. I like it.
Oh, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I think they should still get to pick their team location. though.
Yeah.
Oh sure.
Name of their stadium, sure.
Okay.
No Kooky Klux.
That will be Pop's decision, too. I love the the dynamic of like Pop's being like terrified of Kooky.
Okay, now hold on. Should I stick with naming Skrull's team the Gungan Sith Lords? Or do we go with all racist names and call them the Skrull Sticks?
No.
Too much?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Naboo Sith Lords would be funny as hell. Or the Gungan Sith Lords.
Straight from Limsa Lominsa, the Gungan Sith Lords.
Or no, we should name his team Tahiti.
He tried to bring that up again last night when we were in Bewitched Pixels chat. I was trying to get her to ban him, to time him out. And he's like, well, no, if you time me out, Carl, then I can't tell you about my new Coulson theories. Fuck off, Skuro.
God, Tahiti.
Yeah, just name it Tahiti.
One of my favorite stories from a
It's a
friend.
magical place.
One of my favorite stories from a friend who went to the Supernatural convention in Chicago. And they brought a fan up on the stage, like, where are you from? And he goes, I'm from Tahiti. And I'm like, oh, that's that. Wow, we've never met anyone from Tahiti. and then someone in the stage yells out, "It's a magical place," and everyone booed them. I'm like, fuck that, because how often in your life you're gonna get a chance to make that reference?
Exactly.
Fuck you guys.
Boo! Why would you boo?
Fuck
That's
you
just-
guys.
If you understand that joke, you should laugh.
Yes.
I don't give a shit if you're at a Supernatural convention or a Doctor Who convention. If you get the joke, fucking laugh.
Yeah, you have to laugh
God
at that.
damn it! I hate people's sense of humor.
You
right
are never in your life gonna get a chance to actually use that without someone purposefully setting
now. I
you up.
know.
God damn it. You want you.
Who?
A Nero.
Oh.
Aw.
Hey, keep it short.
That's what she said.
You went an hour and a half last
Never.
time.
So we've decided one of the new rules is whenever you come in, when a new owner
Team
comes
enters the
into the
FFFL.
FFFL, your sponsor, the person who chose you, gets to pick your team name.
Okay.
So Kookie's gonna be the Kookie Klux Klan.
But
You
she
know
doesn't
what?
have a sponsor.
It's gonna be Pops.
No.
I think
That
it's
was like the
well.
original
Here's the
bit
thing:
with Pops.
somebody's gonna pick Kookie regardless. So.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, like I said, that's why I said like Kookie would be joining the league. I kind of assumed it was like Pops' choice.
What would be hilarious though is if she wins the Hyper Bowl and like it becomes this sort of like
The Klux Klan
this
wins
sort of
every
thing
year.
that like the Klux Klan is like the lucky.
The
Look,
clan
we
members
would have a
always-
hard time justifying that our fans aren't all racist if that keeps happening.
Why would we justify that or defend that?
People would be like jumping for like the we'd have to be like, all right, the first seed pick gets to pick their name as well. People are like clamoring for the Klux Klan.
Like we'd have to keep bringing someone into the league whose name starts with K.
No, because I think the Ascalia
Or
Klux
C.
Klan works.
Oh god.
Or C.
Or C, yeah.
So do you know what you're gonna name your team yet?
Yeah, the Bomb T-Rex.
Oh, that's right. Did you come up with a team name yet?
Yeah, I told the Bear and Behemoths.
Oh, that's right.
Is that right?
Do you have any idea who you're? Well, I asked you. Do you have any idea who you're gonna pick to join the FFFL?
Malky Thera's already trying to bribe me. I have Malky.
With what?
Anything good?
Nothing yet.
Nothing good.
She said, what do I bribe you with? I'm like, that's not my job to tell you.
Figure it out. You give me shit and I'll tell you if that's good enough or not. But you know how to
it might be Sakura-chan.
Now, are they going to be like, they have to be on air and stuff?
They have to come on to do the drafts. They have to
Yeah.
be willing to do that.
Yeah. Are they around enough for it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Sakura-chan's hit or miss. Maybe we just always notice her because she always donates large sums of money every time she shows up.
Yeah, which, if we go by that, then she is around
That
that.
her and Miri Cannett win.
Oh. Seriously, play Undertale. It's such a good game.
Right? As soon as you said it, I was like, oh, why didn't I say Undertale? Oh, God. Maybe
We
my favorite.
have yet to see if that actually like. Does the guy plan on making another one?
No, he doesn't.
He's
So,
not.
he's
He's
not
working
going.
on a new game, but it will not be related to
It's-
Undertale.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's-
So
It's
there's
just one and done.
It's done.
there goes the Undertale franchise idea.
Yeah. But nevertheless, like, that was the first game to crack my, like, top 5 favorite games in probably a decade. Like, the last game that cracked my top 5 was Morrowind.
I don't have a top 5, man.
No?
No.
There's just Overwatch.
I mean, the only game I can really say is my favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy Tactics.
Okay.
And
You have top 1.
that's one, and that's one I always say.
Is Undertale number 2?
No, I think Undertale's number 1 now.
Oh,
Final
okay.
Fantasy Tactics is number 2 then.
Yeah. Now you're up to a top 2. Look at
Yeah,
you.
see?
You're expanding.
What about Hearthstone?
No, it doesn't make the cut.
Not near that echelon?
Would you put Overwatch up there, or you don't know yet?
I can't say for certain yet.
Okay. Let's see. What else?
It has to be a game that
Plays
I
the
would
hell out of.
consider playing again.
So you're not.
Basically any time.
All right. So you're not considering playing Hearthstone again anymore.
That's a really interesting metric. Is would I play it again anytime?
Yeah.
Well,
There
yeah,
are
I mean, that's-
precious few games like that.
Yeah, that is definitely one thing you have to say. Like for example, I know for a fact that Psylight is probably the only person who's on the same level as FF7 with me because she actually says she has to go back at least once a year and replay it.
That's how I am with 8. I replay 8 at least once a year.
Yeah, so like those games, like I don't think I'm ever gonna play like 8 ever again. Probably not gonna play 9 ever again.
What about 6 then? Would you put 6 up there? Would you Put 6 in it?
Probably not, because I mean, I tried playing it again, even with like that difficulty mod
Uh-huh.
and just like different mods to like make it new and interesting. But no, it's just the same games, and I can't play it again. The thing with tactics,
Smash
is,
Brothers? Would you put Smash Brothers in? You can do
They're
it
not
as
good
as a franchise. You don't have to like pick a specific one. Like I would put
Okay, as
I
a
would put Mass
franchise-
Effect as like 1, 2, and 3 as one entry.
Then yeah, Smash Brothers would be a top.
Right there. So you got top 3 now. You just need 2 more games.
Pokemon?
Ooh.
No,
No.
no. I couldn't even play Fire Omega.
The
Sapphire.
Yeah, like-
but what about looking back on some of the older games? Play
No.
those.
I can look back on them fondly, but I'm not sure I could fire up like red version and go again. I did gold version.
I try to do like Nuzlocke challenges just to make it new and interesting, but it's just
It's still
It's
just
the same
Pokemon.
game.
Yeah.
it's the same game.
You're right.
You can't do it. There's not enough uniqueness. Like in tactics, I can change my job lineup and make it new and refreshing with that. But
Were you the one that played the hell out of Disgaea, or was that Matt?
I did. I played a little bit.
You like Disgaea?
Oh my god, I love this guy.
You know it's on Steam now.
I can't play 1. Dude, I can't play this guy at 1.
Oh, is
It's-
that the
it's-
one that's on Steam?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's so bad compared to even 2. And I
One of those series where the series really took off after 2.
Yeah, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Disgaea was a good game for its time, but then 2 took everything Disgaea was and made it a lot better.
Yeah.
And then 3 made it better, I assume. That was on PS3 and I couldn't play it.
After the show, I want to try Suikoden.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I've never played any of the
No,
Suikoden
dude,
games.
you honestly, you really need to.
Should I?
I want to.
I
I've
I
never
feel
tried
like you
one.
get, but the only way that you're gonna get it is emulating it because we don't have access unless you bought it on David's PlayStation 3.
I feel like I can't play Suikoden and I can't like it because Nika likes it so
But
much.
I like it, bro.
I know, we need to have an intervention.
No, I liked it first.
You can't like the same stuff Nika does.
I liked it first. No,
She really likes it.
but
okay?
this is how you do it, all right?
In
She's
the
one
butt.
of she's one of those people where you tried to get her into something when it was unknown, and she made fun of you for it. And now that it's got super popular, she tries to tell everybody else that she introduced you to it. That's
Suikoden's not
who Nika
super
is.
popular though.
No, but I'm just using that sort of
Popular enough to get 5 games.
that sort of thing like as a metric.
Back in that, like when
Yeah.
was
Everything
when
got
was Suikoden
sequels
5?
back then.
Yeah, when was Suikoden 5?
When we were in
2004?
college.
Yeah, 2004, 2005.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I mean, name
I
a game
had-
that was decent that did get a sequel.
I had Suikoden 1 and 2 before 3 came out because I had finished 2 just as 3 was coming out.
Yeah.
And I have the original copies too.
Okay,
Oh,
here's-
dude, actually you can fucking play it on actual PlayStation.
Here's the make or break. How's the combat? How's the combat?
Combat it is turn based, but your party size is 6 characters. So you have 3 lined up in the back, 3 lined up in the front, and people you have like obviously DPS sort of people, you have support based people. It's a definite retro game.
I mean, if the gameplay and the combat is okay, then maybe.
Is it like turn-based or ATB?
I think it's ATB.
ATB, okay.
Really ATB?
Yeah, I think
So
so.
it's 6? That seems like a lot.
Yeah, that'd be a lot to manage.
I
Wow.
think so. I don't remember now, but I'm pretty sure it was ATB.
I bet it wasn't.
It might not have been, but
Man, I'm not gonna have time to play Suikoden.
you will if you can get rid of your dependent.
No, even then, I have to be playing Overwatch. And when Overwatch is not, when the open beta is closed, then I'll just be playing Hearthstone.
You need something to play when you're not allowed to play Overwatch.
Hearthstone?
Oh, well. But you only play Hearthstone if you have quests, right?
Not anymore. Do it for some,
Not really
that's how I
level
made-
4.
That's how I made rank 5 or rank 4 is because I was just having fun. I was like, man, I really want to play again.
Holy shit, on rank 4?
I'm not getting anything for this. I'm not progressing towards anything. But
Why don't you
I
count
still
that?
wanna
Why don't
play.
you count that in your top 5 then? Because it seems like it meets all the criteria.
because only until recently has I felt that, just because this latest
Okay,
expansion.
but if you play a game long enough, even if it's your favorite game, you're gonna burn out on it.
Well, yeah, but
Let me ask you this.
Hearthstone is good, but it's not top 5 game worthy. I don't think. I don't feel like.
what would you say about FF11? Played that for many, many years. Like, obviously not now, but
Or FF14? No, neither of those.
I wouldn't do 14.
No, not attack anymore.
Like, I would do, like, FF11 circa 2007.
No. Even like my best time I had was when Abyssia was new content and I was leading stuff and that was
When he was important, people looked up to him.
yeah.
My favorite time was running Limbus. I understand that.
Bless you.
Record keeper?
No.
No.
Like I feel like I'd play 7 more than I would play 6.
Really?
Yeah, but probably like a decade ago, I was like, you know, I want to play 7 again. I feel like I'm in the mood for 7. Dig around my PlayStation game, it's gone.
No.
I don't have my 7 copy anymore.
Aww.
So I'm like,
Never mind.
now I really
Were
want
you
to
big into any of the Elder Scrolls games? No.
I gifted 7 to Complexity the other day because she's never played a Final Fantasy besides 14. And I'm just like, that's wrong. She said she played it on stream.
Complexia.
Complexity 9.
It's so strange to think about people who've never played a Final Fantasy. And
I
like, it's
know.
so like for our obviously for us where we do a podcast, it's very ingrained for us. But there's a lot of people who've never played one.
Even Skuro. Now suddenly now when you bring it up, he's like, no, I played most of 7 and some of 8 and 9. But he played some of 13. He played 11, which I don't even know if I believe he played 11.
He did.
Wait, was he Envy in 11 or was he Skuro?
He was Skrull.
Okay, because I saw that his BattleNet name is like Envy, and there was a person on Odin named Envy, and I'm like, oh, I hope that's not him because I always thought that was a chick.
No, he was actually Skrull. I mean, the joke is that he never played 11.
I honestly don't remember him playing 11.
I remember Skrull. I don't think I ever really talked to him because he was like he is now. He's probably worse back then. Because I think I avoided him a lot.
If I had to make a top 5 games, 7, Mass Effect, Suikoden. I'd put 9 in there.
Just not enough customization. That's big for me. Is making the game different.
In what?
Huh?
In any game or in those games I just...
No, make a game like my favorite, like top 5.
Thanks for me shiny.
See, I like customization, but I also like them to a certain point to be unique as well, you know?
Right. By the way, it looks so funny when I'm like making these videos because like the first 3 like it breaks them into clips. The first 3 all are one color, and the last clip is always this color.
Because we decided to turn
Turn
on the
the
light.
light on, yeah. I think my top 5 would be Shining Force, Undertale, FF8, FF11, and Morrowind.
Shining Force?
Yeah, it's always been my favorite game.
What the fuck is that?
It's a Sega Genesis game.
I feel like it's garbage.
No, it's great, dude. It's a tactical RPG.
No, I bet it's garbage.
It might be good.
It's the best game I've ever made.
What else?
What?
He's talking about the radio show.
Fantasy Star Online.
Fantasy Star.
Not Star, just online.
Fantasy Online?
Fantasy Star Online.
Was that on the Dreamcast?
Yes, it was.
I played that. That was
I
the one
played
where you
that.
could play it like by yourself or
Or
you could actually play it
online.
With 4 people.
Correct.
Yep, I remember wanting the cool looking big mags that people had. I actually had like a little tiny one because it was on my friend because he had the Dreamcast.
Me and Kyle
All
were
I
there the night
remember-
that the server went down for good.
Uh-huh.
I remember that night.
That's funny.
Oh, you and Kyle. I'm like, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's
So me
funny.
and Kyle.
I thought you said me and Kyle or Kyle.
Yeah, I remember fighting a big dragon and I was just dead most of the time.
Yep. Dude, I hated the fucking bosses in that game though. They
Did
were
you?
so impossible.
Did you like the Monster Hunter games?
No,
No.
not really.
I remember playing one of the Monster Hunter games on PS1, and if you could search discs for monsters, so you would actually pop the PlayStation open,
Oh, yeah.
put in a disc,
I
and then it would
remember
read the disc. Each disc put out a unique thing. So I actually had a notebook filled with what games were what monsters and what CDs were what monsters.
Jeez.
And then it was basically what kind of sim would you? Because you would train them up. You'd have 30 days to train them and battle them before they die, and you'd start over again. The Digimon game that I liked was the same way. You know, you would raise your Digimon. You could go out and like fight other ones and catch them. And they would right back to that whole like city building thing. They would come back to your settlement and like open a new shop or something like that.
How long did we decide we want to take for an off season for FFL?
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So then, so basically, when we come back for our next episode,
Oh yeah.
have when we come back for our next episode,
And now
have in mind who you're drafting, because we're gonna or who you're bringing into the league by
Because
then.
we'll let them know on
We'll let
that
them know
show,
on the next show.
so that they can then make time for the following Sunday.
Right.
Oh, right.
So to get their team made up and everything, and then so the next draft, I guess, will be the week after that.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Make sure that I'm here for that draft then.
Yeah. I'll draft up a post on Tuesday that'll outline everything about the league. It'll be good.
Jack of almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to put a little bit more effort in the versus pictures.
Oh yeah.
He's getting Melky Thera to do that now.
Oh,
No,
good
I'm not.
outsourcing.
I'm not gonna do that. I just wanted. I was seeing. She talked about maybe doing a logo for all the teams, but this season I definitely want. I want to do
We need to
rather than having it just be like the picture like that. I want to have like the 5 portrait pictures with each character's face and then their name and role underneath, and then the
Yeah.
verses. I want to do it that way this season.
Also, I want it to be able to give our team members numbers
Sure, we can do that.
and also team colors. Bear and Behemoths will be black and royal purple. And
Probably gonna have to give him a hex code for that royal purple.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
I can't
although-
see purple, so if you ask me to just do that, you're gonna get blue.
oh, you actually can't see.
No, I can't see purple.
Ha! What a dick.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
I'm
really,
sorry, I feel-
if Melky's gonna do our team logos, if you just tell her your 2 colors, I mean, she can just put the colors in the logo.
I've talked to her about it. I don't know if she'll be able to or not, but if not, we'll figure it out. Whatever. Like I say, next season I want to do like the 5x5 portraits with each character's picture in it. Like this season, I thought it was kind of fun to like get them in all like and pose them in different like formations for the team. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
But next season, I think just the up close portrait.
Yeah, plus, it's gonna be a lot more work to do that with twice as many teams.
Yeah, with 12 teams.
Especially get assholes like Bannon.
Yeah, well, and then we are because we're gonna have 6 extra teams. The draft is gonna go down to some less known characters.
I don't think so, especially if we keep having villains and if we include summons too.
Do we want to allow summons this time around?
Sure, why not?
I feel like it's gonna break it.
Oh yeah, but using Absolute Virtue and Genova and fucking Seymour and Emerald Weapon, that's not.
No, I guess
I
not.
figure because we have so many people, any character from any Final Fantasy is fair game.
Anything in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Fair game.
Yep.
Fair.
I want Fat Chocobo in 4,
Fuck.
Fat Chocobo in 8, Fat
Build the Fat Chocobo Squad.
We talked about building a Gilgamesh squad.
The Chubby Chocobo Squad. Oh, the Chubby Chocobos! The Choco Clux Clan.
I don't
That
know.
doesn't roll off the tongue very well.
I don't know who I'm gonna pick for my person.
I'm doing the Edelweiss Assassins, and
I thought it was the Avengers.
I haven't decided. It's gonna be one of the 2,
Oh,
the
okay.
Avengers or the Assassins, and it's all gonna be a stealth / thief based team.
Nice.
I'm not gonna have any real gimmick on my team aside from I will always pick something from the waiver wire and try to have my team as rotated as possible.
Fuck you.
Does that
No,
make
you know
more
what?
work for you?
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But never pick anyone who's already been picked.
No, of course not.
Yeah, no one I would already have a picture for, ready to go.
Oh, they have to be as obscure as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's why we're going to the portrait style this time, because it doesn't matter if it's not like a full body image anymore. Jesus.
Yeah.
And fan art will be allowed this time around. I like how we did, like, we do a Christmas special, and we
Oh,
do
hey,
an
what
Easter
the-
episode, but we're taking Mother's Day off.
Like, alright, what the fuck was up with the positioning of the Hyperbole? Like, you put 3rd and 4th place match above the Hyperbole?
Yeah, when you build
Really?
up to the big match.
No!
Except you were building down to the big match.
Yeah, you put the The big
But I figured like
up
after
front
they read
and
about the
center.
Hyper Bowl, they're like, who's gonna even give a shit to read about the old the next one?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the point. Nobody
yeah, who
cares.
gives a shit?
I
Nobody
still needed people to vote.
Well, guess what? Nobody cares about fourth and third place. Biggest losers of all. Am I right? Yeah, you're right. I know.
It's my gimmick. I do that on stream.
What?
Talk to myself.
Really?
Yeah, that's very original.
Yep. Especially if we're doing something and like let's say like I hit a stun that everybody else was clearly going to ignore, but nobody says anything. Like, oh yeah, great stun, Kahlo. Thanks. Just thought I'd keep everybody from taking fucking damage that they can seem to avoid. Well, that was good. I appreciate that. Thank you. Nobody else seems to. I don't want to bring these fucking assholes around anyway.
Healers are so dumb. Like, I can't think of a good healer. Oh, and by the way, Quistis, definitely not a healer. Rosa,
Healer.
definitely a healer.
Well, was Quistis your tank?
No, Quistis was range deep. No.
Lightning was your coach, right?
Lightning.
Here,
was
I'll
close.
see what I sent. What I sent to
Fran must have been your
range DPS.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bow and arrow, magic. Tifa, obviously your
Melee.
melee.
All right, I said to him, Lightning is coach. Fran is range DPS. Rosa is healer. Tifa melee DPS, and whatever left is tank.
Oh, so I just got Quistis and Rosa.
It just wasn't. Was Quist on your bench?
No, because she was on the.
Wait, no, I think I said Quistis was my coach and Lightning was the tank.
That makes more sense.
Oh, okay.
Okay, if he hadn't have told me that Lightning was the coach, I
Yeah.
probably would have gotten it.
Yeah.
Right. Because when I looked at the pictures, Rosa actually looks like she's wearing armor.
Yeah.
It is kind of.
So
I mean,
that's
blue
why
armor.
Her armor,
I just assumed.
Sure does.
So.
Yeah, when you messaged me, I was at my old house getting it, like doing the final cleaning before we handed in the keys. And I'm like, oh god, I don't fucking remember.
Well, you could have, double checked
Okay.
later, I guess. And-
Pro tip: spreadsheets are your friend, bro.
They are.
Maybe use a spreadsheet next time.
I did use a spreadsheet this time.
Well,
I just
obviously
didn't have
you
my
didn't.
Google Docs. That's the pro tip.
You don't use Google Docs?
I do usually, I didn't this time.
What do you use, Excel?
Huh?
Do you use Excel?
No, whatever's on my computer, Libre or whatever. It's free Windows Office.
Who would have thought that? Google is free Windows Office.
It's like you're using like the Spartan brand of Office. Whatever the fuck that
That's
is.
exactly what it is, actually, yeah.
Dude, I love Raoban single-handedly good.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Oh no, that was really good.
Oh, I thought that was good too.
I like Mira's idea for doing an all-star game. If we could find something to do with the FFL Fan Fest, that'd be a lot of fun.
I had no idea what Miri was talking about, and I'm not sure it was because of. I think it was because Nika was reading in that British accent, and I just wasn't paying attention at all.
Yeah, I like that. I like that anyone
Spend
thinks
time
that
with
SE
your
would do something.
mother, unless you're Aaron Edge.
Oh. I like that anyone thinks that SE would do something like that with us.
Yeah.
They have acknowledged us
Like I
approximately
guarantee
0
you, that
times.
anytime anyone brings up LBR in a non-sarcastic, insulting way, their lawyers bring up like liability issues. Like.
I continue to occasionally tweet Matt Hilton to try and give him a slip up and reply one time.
Can I have Tracer on my team as range DPS?
Oh, nice one, hero. Ooh, that's weird. Oh my god, I picked the best deck for this. If he's gonna try and flood my side with 0-2 statues I can't use, evolve.
Yeah.
Awesome. God, this is so great. The taunt part isn't that cool, but. Alright, I can totally use an evolve now. No, don't kill my statues, I need those.
It's a good idea, sure. Love me some Hearthstone. Flame Tongue is OP in that deck.
Ugh.
Wow, I have 72 people in the front list. Oh wow. Oh, it's a nearby player. Robbie Pollock. Alright, Green Room video, guys. I'm gonna go pee. Oh god.
What?
Hold on. Asshole.
I can tell who of us is gonna be like look back as the one who died when we're doing the.
Oh
the making-
no.
What happened?
Destroy all statues and then deal that much damage. I think just randomly to shit because I didn't actually take any damage, so. Nice board clear though. Oh, you fuckhead.
Oh. Some guy posted his DPS on a run that he did. And so he's leading the DPS as Monk with 1501. The next highest is Dark Knight with 494.
Oh, wow.
And then the Black Mage with 477. Ouch. I'm trying to think of something I could do for a Patreon goal. I think I want to do, I don't know what the number will be, but once a month I'll do a 24-hour stream. Maybe like last weekend of the month or something like that, I'll do a 24-hour stream. I don't know.
Oh, that was a waste.
Looks like it's wrapping up, which means we're gonna wrap up too. Bye, everybody. We're gonna zoom in on Kala. There we go. Wait, that zoomed out. There we go. There it is. Look at that man right there. There's a sexy man right there.